Hello there, and welcome to the War Factory for today, July the 6th. Kicking it off with a Gren med attack, G-med I guess it would be. And I know I normally don't rock the G-meds in the War Factory, but I figured, I wanted to try doing something a little bit different. So, attack number one is all about the G-meds. Obviously, I am going up into the very tippity top corner just to get away from the Doom Cannons. I thought I'd let the flamethrowers get just a few shots in there, just to damage the Grens enough that it would draw the medics in, and I was hoping that I could kind of get the medics in behind the Grens. Unfortunately, it did not work out that well. Honestly, to be completely truthful, I almost wish I had gone just like 8 boats Gren, and maybe instead of bringing Sparky along, Dr. Kavan, because he could just throw out the heals as necessary. I ended up actually blowing a lot more energy on shocks on these flamethrowers than I had previously anticipated, because my theory was I'd run everything up into that top corner and then I'd shell out these rocket launchers because I'd have the energy, and they're standing there looking at me like with this face like, blow me up, Beardo, please blow me up. And I was like, well, if you want it that badly, alright. And then right there, that is the reason why the Grens needed to really go solo instead of bringing the medics. As you can see, the medics kind of got in the way there and got their faces melted. Little awkward. It's gonna be strange around the bar after the attack, but it is what it is. The important thing is that the rocket launchers over there on the right hand side are getting slowly cracked down. Anyway, now the good news is if your Grens aren't high enough level, or you just don't want to do a catastrophe. Oh my gosh, words are gone. I give up on them. I'm just gonna sit here and watch. Perfect. The dog's got a squeaky toy. All right, no, seriously. So yeah, this first attack is really rough. If you don't do it, if you just kind of skip past and move right on to attack number 2, like use this attack as a GBE attack, of course, always for sure. Rock out those rocket launchers, and then ultimately clear some of the mines around the shock launcher down there and the rocket launcher / HPs and whatnot, because eventually it will get to the point where we have to go up in that general area, and we don't want, the mines getting in the way, basically. So the other option is you could still do this attack, only do it with Zookas. Like, the Zookas would sweep through this really quick and easy, and instead of just kind of sending them up to farm around the top there, what you can actually do, assuming you get those rocket launchers down, is run them along the back over to where the shock blaster is, and then take out that shock blaster with this attack, assuming you've got the GBE / Zookas to pull that all off. What I end up doing is just a little bit of extra work with the mines, and ultimately throwing a smoke just to protect the last handful of Grens that made it through. So now attack number 2, going up the right hand side. This is kind of what your first non-GBE attack could look like. Obviously, Sparky first. Make sure you throw down an artillery on the rocket launcher, and if you barraged away the mines that are around the shock launcher, it should have done damage to the shock launcher as well. If you position it just right, you can hit the shock launcher and the hot pockets, which won't matter, and then you can do that. The double remote control, I guess, or kamikaze remote control, or whatever you want to call it, I actually ended up getting 3 buildings just because I was mashing away at it, and well, come on, like it's boom cannons and hot pockets all around there. Like anything that got remote controlled is gonna die. It's what's gonna happen. Anyways, 2 boats, medics, and a whole bunch of Zookas over on the right hand side, and all I did is let them sweep right on in, and it just starts building up all of this crazy energy, which I was like, well, geez, I don't even know what to do with all this. Like, this is pretty ridiculous. So I just sort of went with the flow. I figured, hey, why not, right? And you kind of want that, because you're going to need that energy when you finally do get up near the hot pockets. I kind of bork it a little bit, but the idea is throw the critters, wake up the hot pockets. Don't throw the critters on the troop side of the hot pockets like I did. What you really want to do is throw those critters more towards the blue statue. Like, the blue statue is still within range of all the hot pockets. It'll still activate them all, but the lasers that are at, we'll call it 9 o'clock, won't activate and burn half of your troops away. I honestly didn't even see them there. I wasn't paying attention, so I kind of pulled them in when they didn't need to be pulled in the first place. And then I kind of, just to finish it off, took out the Shock Blaster. Obviously, if you did some Zookas around the top, you might already have this out. And then I just kind of let the rest of my troops die. I was like, I've honestly cleared out everything that needs to be cleared out. I can let the Doom Cannons just fire away and, like, melt the remaining Zookas, because, like, what else am I going to do? And then I was like, well, it's a waste of money, so let me hit retreat. But, of course, I didn't hit retreat until long after the point of retreat actually mattering. So I did. I saved 2 Zookas. I'm pretty proud of them. They're currently in the medical ward with lots of medics helping them out because they're suffering from PTSD. But that's okay, because they got friends, and I brought those friends. So with the final hit, because the entire right hand side is clear and all of the shield gens are clear, you can figure it out. I basically, like, plopped myself at 3 o'clock and blew up the entire HQ from there with a couple of shocks. I didn't even really try that hard, so I did lose a few troops, but whatevs. That being said, I just realized I called them 3 and 9, and really it should have been like 1:30 and 7:30, but the task force I'm in does things wrong, and they're slowly winning me over. My will is weakening. Anyways, guys, thanks very much for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully it's been entertaining, and above all else, hopefully you guys have a fantastic day.